Hello, this is Critical Information Bureau coming from Hall, England. Eyonga Kumbe speaking. We are the people that bring you the truth, nothing but the truth. Because the truth is what is going to set you free. We don't accept donations. Please make all your donations to your beloved interim government headed by Dr. Sako. I want to talk about Cale Cale. It's something that we in Southern Cameroonians have just accepted. And we've accepted it for a lot of years. But it is not normal to just round people up and lock them up. And right now it's turned into a make money making system and also a method of basically killing Southern Cameroonians. It's time we put out an official letter to the Republic of Cameroon, to the UN. If we are fighting against La République, because we are fighting against La République, bullets are flying. Let's not pretend. Those people who are living in the land called Fantasia, Cloud Cuckoo land, they think that La République is controlling Southern Cameroon. And then they can just come into Southern Cameroon, round people up, and go and detain them. That is not what happens in any war. Some war law principles have been broken here. All right? Though we cannot do anything about it at the moment, we need to inform the Cameroon government. We need to inform the Prime Minister. We need to inform the African Union. We need to inform the United States government. We need to inform La République that since they are engaging in war with Southern Cameroon, that they cannot come to Southern Cameroon and then take the citizens in their trucks and lock them up. That means that is still part of the war and is illegal. What you cannot do is just officially, legally, in quotes, come and take your enemy. These are not combatants. These are civilians who are not fighting, and then take them and then put them in detention when you are the enemy. What does that really mean? That is another way of fighting that war. You are fighting the war by pretending that you are doing an arrest, arbitrary arrest. Meanwhile, you are actually killing your enemies. It is an official way to kill your enemy, isn't it? If I am trying to kill my enemy, what I'll do is I come and grab them free of charge with no resistance and then kill them. We cannot allow Cale Cale in Cameroon. All right, we cannot allow it anymore. There is a war between Southern Cameroon and La République. The war exists. And since that war exists, and La République soldiers are being killed in Southern Cameroon, and La République is killing Southern Cameroonians, they don't have any authority to come into Southern Cameroon and then arrest the citizens of Southern Cameroonians in the name of Cale Cale, which does not really mean anything. But they're not supposed to do that, because as far as we are concerned, that is still part of the war. That is a war tactic by them, okay? To be removing our populations, to be displacing our population, it is a war strategy. But what we are saying is this is a war strategy on defenseless civilians who are not part of this conflict. An Amber boy armed fighting in the bush is who they should be fighting with. I don't think they should be coming to Southern Cameroon to fight anyone. But if they want to go along with the idea that they are fighting a war, then it should be the boys that have guns and they are exchanging fire, and that should be the end of it. Any arrest of any non-enemy, what I'm saying is arrest of civilian in the name of Cale Cale or any form of arresting, arbitrary arrest, whatever, should not be happening by the Cameroon army. To start with, they are not even a civilian army. What is the basis of an army coming into town and arresting people? I have lived in the United Kingdom for over 35 years. I cannot remember one incident when the army has arrested people. Never. The only time I have seen an arrest by an official force of the government has been the police, who have come into a nightclub and arrested one or two people for, misbehavior or something like that. Or people fighting. The usual stuff. But mass arrest of people, I haven't seen it. Not by the police, not by the army. Not the army. The army in Cameroon is fighting a war with the people of Southern Cameroon. That very army that's engaged with Southern Cameroonians cannot then come into Southern Cameroon and then take people from Southern Cameroon and say that this is Cale Cale. It doesn't make any sense. I know Southern Cameroonians are suckers for punishment. We like to just look at things and sit us quiet as if it is normal. If America is fighting against Vietnam, what doesn't happen is the Americans to come into Vietnam, take a whole village and take them and lock them up in a prison in America, or take them somewhere and lock them up. No, the American government will focus on the fighters, the Viet Cong, who are exchanging fire with them. That is where the war is. If somebody dies in the streets, in the cities, a villager, that is collateral. You do not take them into custody. You don't take women, children into custody. You do not take innocent people, tailors, shop owners into custody. You don't come into a town and shoot a barber or a hairdresser. The army is in a combatant mode. They are in the forest fighting those who they are fighting in their battlefield. That's where they're supposed to be. Okay? We, the Southern Cameroons, are accepting just too much. And it's become the norm. This is now a war tactic by the Republic. Just keep taking Southern Cameroons out of Southern Cameroon and killing them. That is what is happening. That's what Cale Cale is now. Since you have a war with somebody, one way of killing your enemy is to just arrest them and kill them on the guise that you are actually the official army of the country. You cannot be the army of a country when you are fighting against that country. Southern Cameroon, who is fighting against La République, they have their own soldiers, which is our mobile wings, who are, we call them the Amber Restoration Forces now. That's our soldiers. They don't go and arrest people from La République and call it Cale Cale and then take them into custody in the bushes. We've not heard that yet. But that might be where this is heading. If La République wants to use their Cale Cale as a way of killing Southern Cameroonians, as a war tactic, they should come out and say it. So that the people of Southern Cameroon can also go. We can send 20, 30 Amber boys to go and round up people in a village in La République and then bring them in Southern Cameroon in chains. And then molest them, rape them, beat them, and also ask them to pay 25,000 and then leave, or 100,000. This is something that is being, the problem is Southern Cameroonians are, as I said, I use the word suckers for punishment. They accept these things. We are very good at accepting things. Like we accept the fact that our villages are burnt. We accept it. We accept it. We present it in the press. We put it on social media that our villages have been burnt. We just accept it. We don't get angry. We accept it. We've accepted Cale Cale. Cale Cale is another thing that we in Southern Cameroon have to go along with. We don't take action against it. We don't complain officially against it. The time has come for us to put a letter to the United Nations, to put a letter to the African Union, to put a letter to the Cameroon government, like the government of La République, okay, that we, the people of Southern Cameroon, don't want any the soldiers of La République to come into Southern Cameroon and arrest anyone for any reason whatsoever. it doesn't make any sense. First of all, they are soldiers. What is the point arresting civilians for? It's totally abnormal. So Cale Cale should be banned. I know, I'm going to use the word banned. I know that we, the Southern Cameroonians, don't have the technology to enforce it. But we can put pressure on them. Once we have all accepted, once all Southern Cameroonians have accepted that there should be no Cale Cale in Southern Cameroon by the Republic, once we've accepted, then we find a countermeasure. We found a countermeasure. Now, I don't want to sit here and be telling you everything that you can do. We have a military section in this struggle, and they can sit down and come out with a system to counteract this Cale Cale. All right, they can come out with a system to counteract Cale Cale. If they can randomly arrest 20 people in Kumba and lock them up, we can randomly pick up 20 people from the Republic and lock them up. Just pick anyone, because that's what they are doing, right? So please send an official letter to La République du Cameroon that they have no right, their army has no right whatsoever to arrest any person in Southern Cameroon, especially civilians. They cannot take civilians, ordinary civilians, into their custody. Okay? That is called arbitrary arrest. That nobody supports that. The United Nations doesn't support that. The United States doesn't support that. The United Kingdom doesn't support that. France doesn't support that. The African Union doesn't support that. The European Union doesn't support that. Nobody supports arbitrary arrest of citizens by the army. Nobody does in any part of the world. 0, 0, 0. We Southern Cameroonians are talking about it as if it is normal. Just like the burning of our village, we've come to accept it as normal. They burn somebody's village, you come and complain, but you don't actually come out with a policy on how to counteract it. I don't want to change topics. Today is arbitrary arrest. Cale Cale. We should officially ban it in Southern Cameroon. They can practice it in Yaoundé. But inside Southern Cameroon, it should be banned. And the interim government, I hope and pray, should then tell them that if you do that again in Southern Cameroon, you face the consequences. And you have the means to give them punishment if they carry on. You do. You don't need any more. You do have enough now to actually apply punishment to the Republic for going against this warning that you've given them. The warning should be, Southern Cameroon does not allow Cale Cale in their territory. Okay? The interim government of Southern Cameroon has banned Cale Cale. Let me tell you one thing, Southern Cameroonians. When you say something that is right, that means it is right. All right? And when you say the right thing, there will be no argument, and the rest of the world will stand behind you. Human rights organization will stand behind you. The United Nations will stand behind you. The American government will stand behind you. The British government will stand behind you. The European Union will stand behind you. They will stand behind you. Every human organization in this world supporting human rights will stand behind you. Human rights organization will stand behind you. And when you are right, when you know you are right, then it's time for you to take the correct decision, the right decision. All right. And that correct decision is to tell La République that, and the rest of the world, that arbitrary arrest in the form of Cale Cale has officially been banned in Southern Cameroon. Any army in Cameroon, any who comes and rounds people up for no reason whatsoever and takes them into custody in their jails, in their inhumane conditions, will face the consequences and the wrath of the people of Southern Cameroon. This is Critical Information Bureau coming from Hall, England. Eyong Akube speaking. Until next time, stay safe.